friends, we are so excited to be here. My name is Queen Honey.
And I'm King Honey.
And we're here for Friday Night Draft. We are bringing it back, and I'm very excited. King Honey actually came up with the theme for today.
Today we're doing the best Planeswalkers.
Yes.
Planeswalkers are fun.
And the way that we decide who goes first for Friday Night Draft is we roll a d20, and then whoever has the high roll wins, which happened here, and I won. Yours truly won. So to kick things off, I'm going to go ahead and get started. We are drafting a team, so we each will get 5 picks, and then you all will vote on who has the best team, but I think it's going to be me.
Okay, let's see.
All right, so my pick 1 is the one and only. We have them pulled up on our phones so we don't show each other. But my pack 1 pick 1 is Liliana Vess.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm doing Liliana Vess. Liliana Vess. She's a 3 colorless, 2 swamps, where +1 target player discards a card. -2, search your library for a card, then shuffle your library, put that card on top. -8, put all creature cards in all graveyards onto the battlefield under your control, and her loyalty starts at a 5. I picked her because she's a classic. All Lilianas are strong. But the reason that I specifically picked her, I mean, she's obviously the best. Tutor all the time, get all the things, and then her ult is just crazy, getting all creatures from all graveyards. And you're playing black, so you're putting things in graveyards, you're getting rid of your opponent's things, so you get them, and she's just the best. OG. Beautiful, strong. What more could you want?
Okay, gotcha. I wouldn't have taken Liliana Vess in my top 10, but
cool.
Good for me.
Good for you. All right, so what's your pick 1?
I am going to pick, I think it's a very easy first pick. I think the best Planeswalker is pretty clear because this is regardless of format. He's been banned in every format, and he's still good in Commander. Oko, Thief of Crowns, is by far the best commander. Coming in for only 3 CMC, 4 loyalty. He has 2+ abilities. His +2 creates a food token. +1 turns target artifact or creature into an elk. Get rid of commanders, but they can't go to the command zone. There's a 3/3 elk. I think that's so powerful. And then you can also switch. His last ability is -5, exchange control of an artifact that you control with an artifact or creature that control of mana value 3 or less, or power 3 or less. I think it's super powerful. By far the best Planeswalker. Very happy I got it.
That was my pick 2. So makes sense that would be your pick 1. I totally get it. Good job.
Yeah, I didn't know if you would take it, but I had to.
You had to
take it. Yeah,
you had to. And you packed it, right?
Oh yeah, I did in the Thunder Junction draft. I got that as my pack 1. No, I can't remember if it was that one. I got the new Oko as my pack 1 pick 1. Then pack 2 came around, and I had the other Oko. Then as one of the special guest cards.
Pretty cool.
Yeah, it was fun.
Nice pick 1. Good job. My pick 2 is going to be Wrenn and 6.
Okay, that's a good one. That is a very good one.
Wrenn and 6. So Wrenn and 6 is super low CMC, just 1 red and 1 green. So also starting off really nice there. Starts at a 3 loyalty. -1. Return up to 1 target land from your graveyard to your hand. -1 is Wrenn and 6 deals 1 damage to any target. And the emblem of -7 will be instant and sorcery cards in your graveyard have retrace. So retrace is you discard a land card, and then you get to have that instant and sorcery played for that ability. So I think that's super strong because the +1, you're putting lands in your graveyard, and then you're just getting them. I mean, you get a land back from your graveyard for the +1, and then you're putting them in there from the emblem. So it's just crazy. The retrace is so good there. The low CMC is really nice. Getting to play instants and sorceries for super low cost like that is crazy. So I just think that is really good, and it's Gruul, which is really strong. Anyways, you got ramp, you got all the things, you can do all the stuff that you need, all the graveyard shenanigans, so I think it's a wonderful pick.
Yeah, I think Wrenn 6 is very good. Any Planeswalker, I mean, I think it's the only one, but a Planeswalker for 2 CMC is just so powerful. But whenever I look at a Planeswalker, I don't even really usually look at the ultimate, because if it's good without the ultimate, it's so rare that you're going to get the ultimate off.
That's fair.
But being able to get fetch lands back,
yes.
Good. So good, especially in Gruul. So, my next pick... So there's the fun pick, then there's the better pick, and I'm going to probably go with the better pick.
Oh, do the fun pick!
I'm going to pick Teferi, Time Raveler. I think it's a good Planeswalker for its abilities, but what really sets it apart is the static ability of each opponent can only cast spells anytime they can cast a sorcery. That changes. They can't do any combat tricks. They can't do anything on your turn. They can't cast instants. They can't wait till the end of your end step to play something. I think that's just is so freaking powerful. Plus the fact that then you can give any of your sorceries flash for its +1 ability, and its -3 is return up to 1 target artifact, creature, enchantment to its owner's hand, and you draw a card. And I didn't say, but it's also a 3 CMC, blue, white, and 1. Teferi Time Raveler is just so freaking powerful, and I just think it's so cool to be able to stop your opponents from casting instants, and now you can possibly cast sorceries at instant speed. So super fun, super powerful.
I mean, he's reprinted all the time because he's so strong. So he's great. Great pick.
Yeah, absolutely.
That was your pick too?
That was my pick too.
Okay.
I hope my next pick is there because it is what I really want.
Yeah, my pick 3 is not on your list.
Okay.
I know it's not.
Okay.
Yeah?
Let's see it. What is it?
It is Ugin, the Spirit Dragon.
That's not on my list.
Yeah.
Well, that's a good one.
Yeah, thank you. So, colorless.
That's what makes it fun.
Yeah. He has a beefy CMC of 8. So, 8 colorless for his CMC. Starts at a 7 loyalty. +2 deals 3 damage to any target. Lots of shenanigans there. Neg X. So, exile each permanent with mana value X or less. That's 1 or more colors. And then your neg 10 is gain 7 life, draw 7 cards, then put up to 7 permanent cards from your hand onto the battlefield. So just anytime that you get to have card draw and you're putting whatever permanents you want onto the battlefield is just absolutely crazy. And I mean, if you're having a colorless, I mean, you could do this in any kind of deck that you want, but like if you're having a Eldrazi deck where you're having crazy guys anyways, where you can definitely super protect the Spirit Dragon, I think it would be a lot of fun. So.
Cool. Well, I want this pick the most, so I'm very excited that I will get this as my 3rd pick. Any guesses?
No.
I'm going to pick Minsk and Boo, Timeless Heroes. I think it is so freaking good in any format. I have a deck where it's my commander. Super good in any other format as well. I mean, I play a lot of limited, and it's up there in the pretty powerful cards. Like, it's a pack one, pick one in the Vintage Cube. So it's a red-green card. At the beginning of, when it enters, or at the beginning of your upkeep, you create Boo, a legendary 1/1 hamster with trample and haste. Comes with a 3 loyalty. Its +1 is put 3 +1/+1 counters on up to 1 target creature that has trample or haste. You're normally going to put it on Boo. And its -2 is you sacrifice a creature. When you do, Minsk and Boo deals X damage to any target where it's at its power. So if you have like a 5/5 hamster, you're going to deal X damage to a creature or to a player. And then if it was a hamster you sacrifice, you also draw X cards. So you'd also draw 5 cards.
Super good.
And it can also be your commander. So like I said,
good.
it is so good. And I'm super excited to get it as my 3rd pick for Best Planeswalkers.
Having it as a commander is really great because people are going to try to get rid of it, but then you get it back. So you're always getting Boo back. So I haven't really seen decks where he's just in there because then like you get rid of it and it kind of just stinks after that. So having it as a commander specifically is really great for that one.
It's a fun one. It's a really good one. And I'm super excited. It is a very powerful card.
I had that on my list. I
powerful.
definitely had that on my list. It's really I just already took a Gruul one, so sad you got that one. But my pack 4, I'm really excited for. Sorin, Imperious Bloodlord.
Okay.
I don't think you saw that coming, but
I did not.
I love Sorin. Sorin is so good. This one specifically is 2 colorless and a black. He starts at a 4 emblem, +1, target creature you control gains Death Touch and Lifelink until end of turn, and if it's a vampire, put a +1/+1 counter on it. Another +1. You may sacrifice a vampire. When you do, Sorin deals 3 damage to any target and you gain 3 life. And then neg 3, you may put a vampire creature card from your hand onto the battlefield. I think this is especially strong because it's a low CMC, but the really nice thing is that it has no neg abilities. They are all positive. So it's just, you're bumping him up to do all the things. And then the negative, that's like the alt for it, is only -3. So you're being able to have multiple +1 abilities, but being able to only neg 3, that's hardly anything. So you get to do his stuff all the time. And his neg 3 is putting a permanent onto the battlefield, just straight onto the battlefield. So that's super great. If you're doing Sorin things anyways, like vampire stuff or lifelink stuff, any kind of life gain, life drain. It's going to be really strong for all of those decks. So I think has a lot of versatility. It is a little more specific because it is like specific stuff for vampires. But I mean, Edgar Markov pops off hard. So all this stuff, really. I just think he's a really fun pick. So low CMC.
Cool.
I like both pluses.
I think, and I'm really surprised. That was not on my list. I think it's a good one. But I think it's definitely not as good as one of the most well-known Planeswalkers, Jace the Mind Sculptor. So freaking good. I'm so excited to get it as my 4th pick. So it's a 4 mana, so blue 2. Comes in with 3 loyalty. It's +2 is look at the top card of target player's library, and you may put that card on top or bottom of that player's library. Its 0 ability is you get a brainstorm, so you draw 3 cards, and you put 2 cards from your hand, any cards that are in your hand, back on top of your library. So you just get a brainstorm every single turn for free. Its -1 is return target creature to its owner's hand, so you can bounce something, really good removal. Then it's -12, really powerful. Normally you're not going to do it. Exile all cards from target player's library, then that player shuffles their hand into their library. So kind of a good win con there, but really just being able to brainstorm every single turn for free, super worth it, super good.
I mean, he's banned for a reason, right? Like he's a good card. He's a good card. It's a really good card.
Yeah.
Super good. I'm a little jealous because you got 3 of the ones that were on my list. So Jace,
I'm very excited.
Oko,
I definitely have the best team.
Minsk and Boo. That one stinks. I think Oko hurts the most right now.
Oko's the best.
Yeah.
So cool.
Well, with that, I guess my final pick for my pick 5 will be my girl Chandra. Chandra Dressed to Kill.
That one, okay.
Yes, specifically, I think she's so good. There's a lot of great Planeswalkers still. I love Planeswalkers. I love them.
We'll talk about some honorable mentions or ones that weren't picked.
Yes, but Chandra Dressed to Kill specifically, she costs 1 and 2 red with a starting loyalty of 3. +1, add a red to your mana pool. You get Chandra dealing 1 damage to up to 1 target player or Planeswalker. So if you're playing Burn, you're doing all that kind of stuff anyways. You can have Fire Emancipation or all these other things to make the damage more than what it says. So it's just crazy. But getting that mana on top of it is just really, really nice. Another +1. 2 +1s. The second one is to exile the top card of your library, and if it's red, you may cast it this turn. So just a lot of fun there. You get options there. Having both as a +1 ability is really, really nice, especially because the but the alt is -7. So having 2 pluses for options to have that -7, I think is really nice. It's a lot. It says exile the top 5 cards of your library. You may cast red spells from among them this turn, and you get an emblem with whenever you cast a red spell, this emblem deals X damage to any target, where X is the amount of mana spent to cast that spell.
Okay.
Again, a lot of burn stuff. You're playing red, probably doing a lot of burn anyways. And even if you're not, it's just really nice removal. So having the ability of not putting removal specific cards in your library, like in the rest of your deck, because you can count on Chandra, I think is really nice.
Yeah, absolutely. That's a good one. And I think the borderless version of that Chandra is my favorite looking Chandra. One of my favorite looking Planeswalkers. Yes. So really good.
Beautiful.
It's hard for me to pick 5 because there's a lot of Planeswalkers I still like and I still want. I think I'm going to take, though, Liliana of the Veil. I think that's the best Liliana. Another 3 CMC command or Planeswalker, super easy to get out. Comes in at 3 loyalty. It's +1. Each player discards a card. So you get to hurt your opponents if you're playing Commander. Everyone discards a card. 1v1. Someone else discards a card. But usually this is a deck where you want to discard cards too. So you're getting something in your graveyard that you can reanimate later. Maybe, trigger Delirium, things like that. There's just so many good things that it does. -2. Target player sacrifices a creature. Usually that you can kind of figure out, like, destroy something, they only have 1 creature left, so they have to sacrifice their best creature or their only creature. Then -6, separate all permanents target player controls into 2 piles. That player sacrifices all permanents in the pile of their choice. Again, a good alt, but it's just so good, so much value for that -1, I think, too.
Great pick. Good job.
Yeah, there's a lot of good ones still out there. What are some of the ones that you would... Hard to leave on the table.
Yeah, I tried to keep the list small because I definitely have choice anxiety. So I was trying to keep it small. You took like all of my big ones that I wanted. Oko was like number one. Right after that, I thought Jace was gonna be your pick one, so I thought I would not get it at all. Jace Mind Sculptor was on my list.
You didn't get it though.
I know I did
still got it.
I know
you
I did it. I know. I was excited for my other ones, but Oko, Thief of Crowns, Minsk and Boo, those were like the two that I really wanted to get. You took them both, so that is what it is. I love my girl Elspeth. I love my guy Johnny. I love white shenanigans, so getting to get all kinds of tokens or +1/+1s. I just really love both of those.
Elspeth Sun's Champion, that's a 6-mana
Yes.
one, right? That one's super good. The one I'm kind of sad to not pick is the Wandering Emperor. Being able to play it with flash speed is so powerful. Give something first strike, create a creature, super powerful at instant speed. Teferi, Hero of Dominaria. That's another one I was expecting to maybe pick. My favorite Chandra is Chandra, Torch of the Defiance. My favorite Planeswalker, though, is Kaido. I think they're all so freaking good. I have one in my cube. I have one in one of my decks. We're working on a Kaido deck right now, a Ninja deck. The thing I was talking with a buddy at a draft recently with Duskmore is they've never really printed a bad Kaito.
Yeah.
I don't know which one's my favorite. I like the recent one because you can play it as a creature as well, and I think that's so fun as a ninja. But my favorite, one of my kind of the cool Planeswalkers that I really like is Garruk or Garrick. People pronounce it differently. Apex Predator. I think that is so cool. I think it's +1 of destroying a Planeswalker is sweet. Creating a creature with Death Touch. But its ultimate ability, especially in a game of Commander, it's -8, but target opponent gets an emblem whenever a creature attacks, that those creatures get +5/+5 and gain trample. So if you have like
good.
3/1/1s, like all of a sudden they're swinging 6/6s at that person with trample.
With trample.
I just think it's a fun kind of meme kind of card. Only downside, it's 7 mana, but I think it's really only going to be in Commander, but it's a fun card nonetheless.
I would say, as far as use goes, like actual use, it's interesting you say Garrick because he's definitely the one like I actually use the most in my actual decks. So I really like him a lot. I use him a lot, but he wasn't on my list actually.
I think the original Garrick's the best too.
Yeah. So. What for actual practical use? What would you say is the Planeswalker you use the most?
That I use the most? I don't use a whole lot. I do a lot more limited. I mean, I would still. Probably Kaido. I like Kaido a lot.
Kaido.
That's one I probably use the most.
Yeah.
Because he's my favorite. That's why.
Awesome. Well, I am going to make sure that I get these teams put together. You can check out the Queen Honey Games Discord where we are going to vote on all of these things. There's a lot of fun stuff going on in there. Thank you guys so much for watching, and stay tuned this upcoming week. We got another video coming out for another Friday night draft. So we'll see you then.
Yeah, absolutely.
Bye.